Gemma Scout, a Russian literature teacher, a loving wife, and a beautiful woman. A free soul that was cursed to be a lab rat for the mysterious and important company called Lumon. The second season of Severance has shed more light into the life of Gemma and Mark Scout, yet one thing that haunts me still remains unclear. Why her? Why Lumon decided that her life is expendable, that she'd be the perfect recipient for all the experiments that are happening on the testing floor? I'm sure this question will be answered in the next season, yet I want to do a little guessing. My first question would be, who wanted it? I mean, from the first glance, it looks like Gemma is held there by force, that she can't leave, and that the whole plot is orchestrated by Lumon.
Miss Casey.
Mr. Milchick,
I'm so sorry.
what's happening?
Nothing. Your Audi came in for a public art exhibition and found herself in the wrong elevator.
Oh. How long have I been?
If you wouldn't mind turning around and heading back in, it would be greatly appreciated.
But
On you go.
And while all of it must be true, I'm curious if Lumon did kidnap Gemma or if she came to them willingly. In Season 2, Episode 7, when Gemma and Mark go to the Lumon-affiliated Bootsman Fertility Clinic, we see Dr. Mauer there. Could it be possible that going to a Lumon-affiliated clinic, she'd been told about a method that would help her being able to make children, so she went to them willingly with the thought that they would help her? But even if this theory isn't true, by tying it all together again with the clinic, could it be that Lumon was doing research across their clinics in order to find the perfect subject for their experiment, thus finding Gemma? Also, what is the relevance of Mark for the work of Lumon? Was he lured into the severed floor by Lumon using Gemma's demise, or did he come to them without any influence from the company? I believe it's highly possible that the whole time Lumon considered both of them, because the refining job resides highly on the emotional impact the numbers from the files have on the worker, and who'd be more impacted by these files if not Mark S., whose Audi loves Gemma so much. The next question that haunts me and millions other people is,
What's happening?
why the hell are they doing this to her? Well, first let's see what was the Lumon company producing since its birth. Ether, an anesthetic that would be able to sever your consciousness from any traumatic or haunting events, is the foundation of Lumon. Selling to people means to separate their minds from harsh moments, and that's what I think could be the key towards the experiments on Gemma. Perhaps they're trying to find a method to sever in a more simple and convenient way than the one used on their workers, so that people could switch between their innie and outie life more easily to avoid any problematic situations. But it's only a theory from the industrier's point of view. Let's not forget that Kier Egan is an almost, if not God figure in the eyes of his disciples, and why hiding it? His own eyes. The workspace on the severed floor is full of Kier Egan's lessons, parables, and quotes with a divine accent. He even has his very own definition of the 4 tempers and the 9 core principles. There's countless paintings that point out the divine character of the almighty Kier. So is it so simple that the only purpose of the company is producing money? I could hardly believe it. If we are to take a look at what is Gemma going through, we can see that the 25 rooms from the testing floor are each splitting her into different innies, and in each room she's experiencing different stimuli, things that should produce an emotional reaction to her. That being said, What is the purpose of the refined files from the severed floor that carry the same name as the rooms from the floor below? The cornerstone of Kier's philosophy is the tempering of the four tempers: woe, frolic, dread, and malice. From Kier's book.
In my life, I have identified four components, which I call tempers, from which are derived every human soul. Woe, frolic, dread, malice. Each man's character is defined by the precise ratio that resides in him. I walked into the cave of my own mind, and there I tamed them. Should you tame the tempers as I did mine, then the world shall become but your appendage. It is this great and consecrated power that I hope to pass on to all of you, my children.
The biggest gift that Kier has dreamed to give to his children is a way to tame these tempers. Returning to the question, the files and subsequently the rooms are designed to eliminate something that stops a human being from taming the four tempers. The pain and suffering that Gemma is experiencing in each room is done to test how the severance procedure impacts the outie and if the stimuli from the rooms are finding their ways towards the outie's memory or emotional state. Perhaps they want to find a way of helping people taming these tempers, of making them all to be Kier's children. The important part is that it's highly possible that each room is built from Gemma's memories, which is another sign that Lumon is trying to understand the way that severance could or couldn't impact the outie's state, and also a sign that they're trying to go deep into her consciousness in order to modify it. The names of the rooms also should carry a message. They're named after locations. Perhaps locations where Gemma had lived events of high importance for her personality. Also, each of these locations has access to a big water source, water or liquids being an important part of the visual representation of Lumon, and maybe of Lumon's work. In the end, receive this video essay only as a bunch of thoughts said out loud. It's clear that the Severance creators will keep their secrets until the right time, and that is why so many of us are so eager to make theories and are trying to unravel the whole mystery. And ultimately, every theory we have now is, as the Russians say, written with a pitchfork on the water. So don't rush to affiliate to a particular theory.
Try to enjoy each equally.
That way, you'll get the most pleasure from this extraordinary series.